Welcome to Whispers and Confessions. There might be a twist waiting, so please make sure to watch until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's begin right away.
From the side, I faintly heard Elisa's voice, her soft moans mingling with Ethan's low whispers in the dark. Her moans grew stronger, making my heart pound. Imagining my wife with another man didn't spark jealousy, but a thrilling rush from forbidden pleasure. It intensified my moment with Sophia. Her body responded fully to my touch, her breathing fast and rough. Her nails dug deeper into my back, pulling me closer, and our bodies became one. Her skin felt warm, trembling under my hands, each shudder drawing me closer to bliss. Hello, my name is Matthew. My friend Ethan and I have been close friends since our college days. Even now, as adults with our own lives, our families spend time together, maintaining a strong connection. My wife, Elisa, and Ethan's wife, Sophia, naturally grew close through us. The four of us often enjoyed dinners or weekend outings together. But this trip had a peculiar atmosphere. When Ethan suggested it, there was an unusual tremor in his voice. I had an instinct it wasn't mere excitement. When Ethan called to say he'd booked a fancy resort near a lake in New England, the four of us decided to go together. Arriving at the resort, I felt a mix of unease and anticipation within me. As soon as we settled into our room, Ethan produced a bottle of high-end whiskey. "This is for a special occasion," he said with a playful grin, placing it on the table. But there was a momentary gravity in his eyes. The four of us sat around a table set with beautifully prepared dishes, and the conversation flowed naturally, brimming with laughter. As the whiskey was shared, one glass, then two, the atmosphere grew more relaxed. Sophia cracked a joke, and Elisa burst into giggles, playing along. Ethan raised his glass to me. "To good friends and good times." His toast was simple, but I noticed a slight quiver in his voice. Then, after the third round, an unexpected conversation began. Ethan suddenly hesitated briefly. Leaning forward with his elbows on the table, he said, "So, I've got a bold idea." His voice was soft yet resolute. All three of us turned to look at him. Sophia raised an eyebrow, curious. Elisa set her glass down, smiling but with a trace of unease. My heart beat a little faster as I asked, "What's that, Ethan?" "Another wild idea." He took a deep breath and spoke slowly. "What if we paired with each other's spouses?" The air in the room grew still. I was stunned. A joke, maybe? But Ethan's face was dead serious. His brown eyes locked onto us without wavering. Sophia's mouth opened slightly in shock, but there was a spark of curiosity in her eyes. Elisa's grip tightened on her glass as she looked at me, her eyes reflecting shock and uncertainty. I felt parched, and I took a sip of whiskey. "Ethan, what are you talking about? Are you serious?" My voice was shaky. He nodded and continued, "Yes, I'm serious. But only if all four of us agree. It's entirely consensual." He placed a hand on Sophia's shoulder, smiling softly, but there was a bold assurance behind it. Sophia spoke quietly. I'll think about it." Her voice was quiet yet firm. She tucked her long blonde hair behind her ear, her cheeks gently reddened. My heart pounded. Honestly, saying I'd never felt a private pull toward Sophia would be untrue. Her gentle smile and warm personality always made my heart flutter. But I'd never imagined a situation like this. Elisa looked at me and asked softly, "What about you, Matthew?" Her voice trembled, but there was a subtle undercurrent of excitement. I hesitated, meeting her blue eyes. Was there a reason to say no? If everyone agreed. I steadied my breath and said, "Okay, Elisa, let's do it." The moment I said it, my heart raced. Excitement and anxiety mingled, making it hard to breathe. Ethan grinned. "All right, it's settled then." He grabbed the whiskey bottle, refilled our glasses, and we clinked them in an awkward silence. As the room's lights dimmed, we paired with each other's spouses. When Sophia came to my side, her perfume teased my senses, a sweet, subtle scent. Her hand lightly touched my arm, sending a shiver through me. Her skin was surprisingly soft, her breath warm. From the side, I faintly heard Ethan and Elisa getting closer. The sound stirred an unexpected feeling, not jealousy, but a thrill. Sophia leaned into me, her lips brushing my ear. Nervous, Matthew? Her voice was playful but sincere. I looked at her and smiled. A little. You. She laughed and shook her head. Me too. When her lips met mine, an electric rush surged through me, awakening every sense. Sophia's lips were soft and moist, radiating a sweet warmth that spread across my skin. Her hand wrapped around my neck, pulling me gently but firmly, and I instinctively held her waist tightly. Her body was warm and soft, her heartbeat close enough to feel against my chest. Her breath grew hotter and more urgent, its rhythm igniting my desire. Holding my friend's wife, a forbidden act, drove me wild with excitement. The thought that this was wrong crossed my mind, but the allure of the forbidden only amplified the pleasure coursing through me. Stroking Sophia's blonde hair, I wished this moment was a dream, yet I wanted to surrender fully to this captivating moment. When Sophia's hand slipped under my shirt, her fingertips grazing my skin sparked a jolt like fireworks. Her touch, deliberate yet eager, traced down my chest, making my breath uneven. She looked into my eyes and whispered, "Matthew, just go with it." Her voice was soft but provocative, shattering my remaining resolve. I didn't hesitate anymore. I kissed her neck, her skin hot and melting under my lips. Sophia let out a low moan, pressing closer. Her nails lightly dug into my back, leaving a sweet sting. Her breathing grew fiercer, syncing with my racing pulse. I knew I'd crossed a moral line, but diving into this abyss of pleasure was all I could think about. As Sophia's hand moved to my belt, becoming more daring, I saw a burning desire in her eyes. She unbuttoned my shirt, kissing my chest, her warm breath and soft lips making me tremble. I slowly slid her dress off, revealing her smooth shoulders and curves, glowing faintly in the moonlight. Her body responded sensitively to my touch, and each time I caressed her waist, she moaned softly, pressing harder against me. Our bodies grew hotter, more entwined. Her hands explored me with hunger, and I reveled in the raw joy of physical pleasure I hadn't felt in ages. Her breath tickled my ear as she whispered, "Matthew, more, harder." Those words shattered all my inhibitions. From the side, I heard Elisa's voice, her soft moans mingling with Ethan's low whispers in the dark. Her moans grew stronger, making my heart pound. Imagining my wife with another man didn't spark jealousy, but a thrilling rush from forbidden pleasure. It intensified my moment with Sophia. Her body responded fully to my touch, her breathing fast and rough. Her nails dug deeper into my back, pulling me closer, and our bodies became one. Her skin felt warm, trembling under my hands, each shudder drawing me closer to bliss. Sophia whispered in my ear, "Matthew, feel me now." Her voice quivered with longing. I held her tighter, surrendering to her rhythm. Our movements grew fiercer, her moans filling the room. Her nails scratched my shoulders, the sharp pain heightening the pleasure. When her body shook violently, reaching its peak, her breaths turned to soft, urgent gasps. In that moment, I was swept by an explosive wave of exhilaration I hadn't felt in years, as if pent-up passions had been unleashed. As her body calmed in my arms, I held her close, feeling her breath. The intensity was overwhelming, a euphoric rush. The next morning, I woke to find Elisa beside me, not Sophia. At some point, we'd returned to our original partners. Elisa slept peacefully, her long brown hair splayed softly on the pillow. Could last night have been real? But the soft murmurs of Ethan and Sophia talking in the next room confirmed it was real. At breakfast, the mood was surprisingly at ease. Ethan cracked jokes as usual, Sophia sipped coffee with a smile, and Elisa gave me a playful wink. I held her hand under the table. No one mentioned the night before, but subtle smiles and glances passed between us, our private bond. In the car on the way home, Elisa gazed out the window and asked quietly, Matthew, any regrets? Her voice was steady yet sincere. I took her hand. No, oddly enough, I don't. You. She thought for a moment, then smiled. Me neither. It feels like we're closer somehow. Her words touched me deeply. Back home, Ethan called. Matthew, how was it? Want to hit the resort again? His tone was playful but sincere. I looked at Elisa, who nodded with a smile. Sure, Ethan. Anytime. Memories of the night came rushing back, along with anticipation for the next time. Life seemed to return to normal, but we planned another trip. On the surface, it was just a couple's getaway, but it held our secret promise. The excitement of defying norms, intertwined with guilt and a new bond. This was the path we'd chosen. On the next trip, the initial tension and hesitation had vanished. In a lakeside suite at the resort, we dove deeper into our connection. Learning Sophia's responses helped me enhance my relationship with Elisa. I understood more deeply how her breath and touch affected me. Ethan seemed to feel the same. Matthew, honestly, time with Elisa, it was special, he said over a beer, smiling. I nodded. Sophia was incredible. Conversations in the hot tub by the lake held a newfound closeness. Sophia laughed, splashing water, and Elisa playfully splashed back. Ethan winked at me, and I raised my glass, smiling. Sharing our secret created a bond that was neither just friendship nor simple love, but an intricate bond. Elisa and Sophia chatted and laughed together, while Ethan and I felt a strange camaraderie. Planning the third trip, we got bolder. What if we paired with each other's spouses in the same room? Ethan suggested. Sophia's eyes sparkled. That sounds exciting. Elisa hesitated, but soon smiled. All right, let's try it. I nodded. This was more than curiosity, it was an adventure. That third night, under bright lights, we paired with each other's spouses. Sophia's body was still soft and warm, but her gaze was more intense. She whispered, Matthew, don't hold back, show me everything. Her hand traced down my chest, making my heart race. I pulled her close, kissing her neck, and she moaned, surrendering to me. Her skin was hot, her breath tickling my ear. I was completely lost in her. Nearby, Ethan held Elisa. Her soft laughter and his low voice echoed. Seeing them was unexpectedly stimulating. Sophia followed my gaze, smiling. Interesting, huh? Her voice was playful, but her nails dug deeper into my back. I kissed her lips, whispering, too intense. Our bodies drew closer, her breathing wilder. In that moment, we were one. Back in daily life, nothing seemed to change outwardly, but our glances and tones held a private understanding. Elisa seemed brighter, our relationship strengthened. One night, she hugged me and said, Matthew, that experience helped me know you better. Weird, right? I kissed her forehead. Not at all. I love you more for it. Ironically, my wife's time with another man strengthened our marriage. Sophia sent me a private message. Thinking of that night still makes my heart race. I smiled reading it. There was some guilt, but knowing it was a consensus softened it. Over beers with Ethan, he asked seriously, Matthew, should we keep this going? I thought for a moment. If we chase only pleasure, it might fall apart. But our bond is deeper than that. If we respect each other, it can work. He nodded, smiling. Yeah, let's keep our connection strong. We were forging a new kind of relationship. At another gathering, Sophia suggested, how about renting a mountain cabin for a longer stay? Her eyes sparkled with anticipation, and we all agreed. A week in the cabin deepened our bond. Sometimes we spent time with our original partners, sometimes paired with each other's spouses, and sometimes the four of us stargazed and talked. Beyond physical connection, our emotional bond grew. Learning each other's personalities and values enriched our understanding. Elisa was open about her time with Ethan. He's sweet, but he doesn't have your passion. She smiled at me, and I held her hand, asking, what about me? She laughed. You always make my heart race. Sophia told me, Matthew, you're more attentive than Ethan. I love how you notice the little things. Understanding our differences heightened our admiration. Ethan praised Elisa's smile. Matthew, her smile is so captivating. Instead of jealousy, I was grateful to rediscover my wife's charm. Sophia's warmth is amazing. It's comforting, I said. This exchange helped us rediscover each other's charm. Before leaving the cabin, we talked about our future. With families and kids in mind, we knew this could one day fade. But for now, we wanted to cherish this singular connection. Elisa looked at me and said, "Matthew, this moment is cherished. Let's keep it going." I squeezed her hand. Yes, I never want to lose this. Back in daily life, we appeared as ordinary friend couples. But regular trips continued, where we revealed our true selves. It wasn't an escape from routine, but a way to enrich it. Then Sophia texted, asking to meet one-on-one. Nervous, I met her, and she smiled. Meeting without Ethan and Elisa might go against our agreement, but I wanted to talk deeply with you. I felt the same. That afternoon, we didn't share our bodies, but our lives and dreams. She looked at me across the table. Matthew, you're so warm. I love that. I gently held her hand. You too, Sophia. Talking with you is so effortless. It was a mental intimacy distinct from physical connection. At home, I told Elisa about meeting Sophia. Surprisingly, she wasn't upset. I met Ethan at a cafe last week, she said with a playful smile. I laughed, pulling her close. We're such an unconventional couple, aren't we? She giggled in my arms. Yeah, but that's us. Our relationship evolved, moving beyond physical to deep emotional ties. Sometimes we met one-on-one, but always transparently among us. Our secrets stayed among us. The next year, Ethan and Sophia moved away due to his job transfer. To soothe the sorrow, we took one last trip together, more intense than ever. Sophia asked nervously, Matthew, can our bond survive the distance? I held her hand. Of course. We'll always endure. We promised to reunite. We met regularly despite the distance. Though less frequent, each reunion kept our bond alive. The physical distance made reunions all the more precious. Sophia hugged me, saying, meeting across this distance feels so precious. I kissed her forehead. I agree. 3 years later, Ethan and Sophia had a child. Hearing the news, I sensed our relationship might change. At our next meeting, Ethan confided quietly, Matthew, having a kid changes things. I feel more responsible. Elisa and I understood. That's natural, Ethan. Sophia, now a mother, carried a new aura. She smiled, mentioning her child, but her smile reflected a new responsibility. Still, our singular connection endured. Physical connections faded, but our friendship and trust stood firm. With kids, our families grew closer. To outsiders, we were just friend families, but we held our secret. We reminisced fondly about the past sometimes. After the kids slept, the four of us sipped wine, reviving sweet recollections with nostalgia. One night, Elisa hugged me and asked, Matthew, where would we be without that relationship? I looked into her eyes. It made us stronger. I understand and love you more. She nodded, smiling. Me too. That choice was right. We leaned into each other, at peace with our decision. It became an essential chapter of our lives. When Ethan and Sophia's child turned 5, they moved back to our neighborhood. Our reunion smiles reflected a deep bond. The kids played, building the next generation's friendships. One night, after the kids were asleep, Ethan said, How about a trip? Just the adults, like old times. His eyes sparkled with mischief and sincerity. Our gazes met, and we all felt the old passion still lingered. Sophia grinned. I'm in. Elisa laughed. Me too. I smiled at them. It's a plan. The adults-only trip felt surprisingly natural. Older and calmer, we found that special time wasn't just a memory. In a more mature form, we desired each other again. Sophia's hand brushed my arm as she whispered, Matthew, I'm still thrilled. I held her hand. Me too, Sophia. In the morning light, I looked at Sophia's face. Time had gentled her expression, adding a mother's warmth. In the next room, Elisa and Ethan were likely sharing a similar moment. Our singular connection endured through time. Returning from the trip, we grew even more connected. Sophia said, even with parenting, I want to cherish adult time. We all agreed deeply. Years later, as the kids grew, our relationship became calmer. The trips continued, but emotional connection took precedence over the physical. One night, Sophia bravely asked, "Should we ever tell our kids about us?" Her voice quivered with sincerity. We all pondered deeply. Our relationship might not be socially accepted, but it was rooted in genuine affection. We decided not to tell the kids. It was our cherished secret. Ethan said, "But I want to teach them the value of honoring loved ones." We all agreed. As time passed and the kids grew, we returned to couple-centered lives. Our friendship and singular connection endured. Ethan said, "That choice led to our happiness now." His eyes radiated warmth. We all nodded, smiling. Now retired, the four of us spend more time together, reminiscing. The passion of youth has matured into enduring love, but our care for each other endures. This is the path of love we embraced. With our kids married and grandkids born, our special bond continues. Its form has changed, but the deep connection remains. Though society might not approve, it's our treasured reality. One evening, sitting in a lakeside garden, Ethan asked, "Matthew, if you could go back, would you make the same choice?" We looked at each other and smiled. Elisa answered first, "Absolutely." Sophia laughed, "Me too." I held their hands. Same here. That choice transformed our lives. Love comes in many forms, and as long as it's rooted in mutual respect, any form can be beautiful. We learned that through our own experience.